Hello everyone, I'm here today with another layout in my 2017 road trip traveler's notebook insert. I've done multiple layouts already and today I'm working with these photos. So they both have yellow in the flowers, so I'm sure there'll be yellow elements around, but I haven't even picked out the background paper yet because I'm not sure what I have on hand that's going to match with these. So that's my first task, is to find that paper. I found a piece of paper in my stash. It's pretty bright and wild. It's lots of butterflies, but there's yellow in it. And I like the way it looks. So I think I'm gonna have to use it in limited amounts, or if I use it to cover pretty much both sides of the page, I'm gonna have to mat with something because it's so crazy busy. But I'm gonna cut it up and see what I can do with it. I've cut this at 5.5 inches by 12, so I left it lengthwise and just cut widthwise 5.5. So what I'm going to do is actually, because this is 12 inches this way, I'm going to cut it in half. So I'll have 6 and 6. And then I just need to figure out width. And I think I might do something like 3 inches and then take the little bit that's not quite even and put it on the other side. Something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but I just didn't want to cover the pages in their entirety because of this pattern. I decided to place my papers like so. I did cut to the 6-inch mark, and then I just kind of eyeballed it to have one section about twice the size of the other, and the patterns somewhat line up here. They do in parts and not in other parts, which is fine. I think it still works, just it's so busy you're not going to notice that. So now I just have to figure out how to place the photos, and I think I obviously want one that's maybe less busy on the bigger pattern, and so that's probably this one. There's not as much going on. It's a pretty, bright photo, and the focus is in the middle here, and I could trim off here if I wanted to overlap but keep it more narrow. And then this one, it's just the one flower, but it's really big in your face. And so I thought maybe that one would be better with less of a pattern on this side. So I'm going to play around with it and I'll just see what happens as I go. I decided to place my photos like this. I did end up trimming this one so it's a little bit closer to the far edge of this petal, and I like the way that looks. It just makes it a little bit more narrow on this bigger space. And then I kept this one as is, and I just put them sort of diagonally from each other. I think it makes a nice visual contrast. And so then really I have to figure out what I'm going to do in these blank spaces. This I may just leave because it's such a cute pattern. I really don't want to cover much of that up with things. So I may just do a little stamping down here or something to offset the pattern. So really it's maybe a little bit down here and then something to fill the space in the upper left. So that's what I have to work with as I go forward with the layout. When I went through my stash, I found this pink puffy sticker that says The Sweet Life. It's from this sticker sheet, which is from Gossamer Blue, and as most people probably already know, they're not in business anymore. So I don't know that you can still find their stuff, but I did feel like this puffy sticker was a good match for these pinks that were in here. And who doesn't love a good puffy sticker? I love them. And it was very sweet to see these beautiful flowers, and I kind of find this paper to be a very sweet pattern too, so I thought it was appropriate. So I'll start with that sort of to go with my design here. I still feel like I'm going to need some things overlapping here, a little embellishment cluster or something, and then stamping down here. Once again, I was in my stash looking for stuff and I found this sticker sheet. I have no idea who makes it. From this little thing up here, maybe it was like jelly bean soup. I'm not sure. I don't know why I cut it off either, but so it looks like I've used very little on this sheet, but these pinks will work, and I think the green as well. So I'm going to play around with these and see which of these I can make work on this design. The colors will be fine. It's the shape and then placement. How am I going to make that work? So that's my next challenge. I placed the stickers with 2 on this side, 1 on this side, and I feel like they're on a diagonal line, and so it draws the eye from page to page, and then it separates the 2 greens, and there's some kind of element on both sides, so I think it helps with the design there. Now I just have to figure out what I'm going to put in these. I don't know that I'm going to journal in any of them because I have journaling about this on previous layouts, but I need something. So I don't know if it'll be puffy stickers or some flat die cut embellishments I have, I'm not sure, but I do need to fill those spaces. I already put 1 sticker there, and these are the leatherette stickers from Citrus Twist. Here's the rest of the sheet. I put 1 on and decided I want to use more from the same sheet. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and put it in the green. And then on this side over here, I'm going to use the dual one because it's got both a yellowy tone there and the pink. And so I think that will function quite well. I liked the way the stickers looked, but I felt like they were sort of fading into the background too much. So I decided to do some outlining around them, and there's also black in the butterflies and subtle lines here, and so I thought the black would help. And I used if I can get this open here, I have a set of Zig Millennium pens that I've had for a while and I just love them, and I used this one. It's the the 01. No glare, there we go, 01. I wanted a pretty fine line, not too thick, so that was the right option in that case, I thought. And then while I was doing that, I also looked on that same sheet I used before, and I noticed this sticker that says Kissed by the Sun. And I don't know what their intention was when they made that, but I thought, well, I could use that here. They are kissed by the sun. That's why they're so open and so beautiful and blooming perfectly. So I think I'm going to take that and overlap it here at the bottom, or maybe just go a hair underneath this edge and put it right here. So I decided to put the sticker just a hair below the edge of the paper, but then I put it flush to the side, and I think that gives a nice visual triangle with the dark areas here, with this, the dark area of this photo, and then the bottom over here. And with that, I think this one is done. Another one completed. Thanks for watching, everyone.